All right, everybody, come and get it. Lewis Pepe here with your free premium MLB bets on a Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. Getting right to it here. 17-game slate. We got Brad on hand. We got money to throw around here. Not the best start to the morning. We got Diamondbacks and Guardians in action right now. That's a big one. Justin Martinez on, looking to close it out here. He can be volatile at times, so you hope for the best there. But we got to press forward. 8 games to cover here on a Wednesday. Not my best. I don't feel like I'm in the best mindset today to be making picks. Personal life and things like that getting a little complicated, but this is the fun part of our day. Getting ready, talking to you guys, capping baseball, capping sports, watching sports. This is what we do. So anyway, let's get right to it. First game in our late slate here on a Wednesday is going to be the Giants and Washington Nationals. Blake Snell will be opposing Jake Irvin. And we're going to back Snell on the run line. Hot picture, getting into midseason form. Better team, better lineup as far as the Giants are concerned. Jake from State Farm has not been good at all over the past month. So we take the Giants here, -1.5 at +105. Next spot, Baltimore Orioles and Toronto Blue Jays. Trevor Rogers and Bowden Francis will be your starters in this one. We're taking the Orioles on the money line at -135. I think Trevor Rogers settles in his second start with his new team. I think it will be a fruitful one. Bowden Francis is a more or less unbackable pitcher. Hasn't been good, really. Got the Yankees in his last start, did okay, but this is a guy that doesn't have the stuff, I don't think, to get this Orioles lineup out consistently. The way their players are meshing. They moved Rutschman down in the lineup a little bit. He's been in an insane slump. But anyway, we're sticking with the Orioles here. I think it's a fair price to pay because you look at Trevor Rogers and see 2-10. But again, I think he's better than what the numbers dictate. We're taking the Orioles on the money line at -135. Justin Martinez just threw it into the outfield. We're not dead yet. Anyway, moving on. Brewers at Braves. Freddie Peralta and Chris Sale are your starters in this one. Brewers won 10-0 today. We're back on them today on the money line, +130. Can't lay this number with Sale, especially with how public it is. Braves just haven't looked great. They dropped 2 games to Miami. Maybe it's just not as easy as adding Jorge Soler. Again, they still lost their best pitcher, their best hitter, Acuna, and Strider. Albies is out as well. Just haven't really gotten that momentum, and Peralta has been decent, good enough, I think, to beat this Braves team, especially at this 130 price. They just played each other last week, so you got some familiarity. This was the pitching matchup as well. In the 50-50 nature of this spot, I'm just going to attack the plus money with Peralta and meanwhile fading the public. So take the Brewers on the money line at +130. Rays at Cardinals. Taj Bradley versus Fetty on Fetty. Eric Fetty, that is. And we're going to back them. We're going to back the Cardinals on the money line at -118. The line and moving up, went to 122 now, late. So we got steam on the Cardinals. I got a team that is due. Taj Bradley lost to Miami in his last start. I can't ignore that. No Goldschmidt in the lineup today, which I think might actually benefit this Cardinal team. Goldschmidt has been an albatross on the back of the rest of this Cardinal lineup for the most part this season. Hasn't really done anything. He's had some big moments in a couple games, but for the lion's share of the season, he has been bad. Grounding into double plays, striking out, not helping the ball club win. And with him out of the lineup, I think it gives another player an opportunity. So we're taking the Cardinals today on the money line at -118. Like I said, Taj Bradley was super elite in his 6 starts prior to his last start against Miami, but getting cooked by Miami will knock you down a rung or two here. Also on the road, Bradley has certainly been better at home this year. So again, like I said, Cardinals money line -118 and climbing. Get it while you can. Red Sox at Royals. Cutter Crawford, Cole Reagans. Those are your starting pitchers. We're going to back the Royals at home at -135. Lay the juice. Got Devers, Jarren Duran, and Wilyer Abreu are all better, against right-handed pitching. Now here's Reagans at home, a lefty. I think he can thwart the powerful hitters in that Red Sox lineup enough to get the job done. Crawford has regressed to about what we thought he would be to start the season. So, again, take the Royals on the money line, minus 135. Next spot, New York Mets and Colorado Rockies. New York Mets starting Paul Blackburn. Colorado Rockies starting the Ryan Feltner. We were on the Rockies last night. It cashed. We're going to be on them again tonight. Rockies plus 1.5, minus 115. I do not like the prospect strike 3 here for, who was that? Andres Jimenez. Or pardon me, who is that? That's Bo Naylor striking out. Second out of the inning. Not dead yet here in Cleveland, but getting there. We're on life support. Anyway, I digress. Sticking with the Mets and the Rockies in this spot. I don't like the proposition of Blackburn going into Coors Field. Feltner at least is a little bit familiar with that spot, and he's been he's been a little bit better recently. Mets just aren't playing good ball, throwing the ball into the dugout, throwing the ball into the outfield, hitting a little bit of a rut here. And Colorado's a tough spot. It has been a tough traveling week for the Mets. I think, going into Coors Field, you're still dealing with altitude. It's not a team you play that often, not a place you play that often. With Blackburn on the mound, I think the Rockies can score a fair chunk of runs, enough to keep it close. Don't just get blown out. You also have the possibility of guys like Ryan Stanek coming in for the Mets and letting the house burn down. So anyway, take the Rockies plus 1.5, minus 115. Next spot, Tigers at Mariners. Tariq Skubal opposes George Kirby. And we are going to be on the Tigers on the money line, plus 114. Just like last night we backed the Tigers, we're on them again tonight. Skubal has been in great form, and I think he's a perfect candidate to absolutely deal in that spacious, kind of cool, cavernous T-Mobile Park. Kirby throws a lot of strikes. He's like one of the top 5 in walk rate. In least amount of walks allowed this year, and I think that kind of benefits a young lineup like Detroit, where you don't have to worry too much about chasing and things of that nature. You can pretty much expect the ball to be in the strike zone, and you can swing from the ass, and I think that's what the Tigers are going to do. They're playing risk-free, rent-free baseball here, and the Mariners are not a team equipped to deal with pressure. They already know that the Astros won today, so they're going to be pressing, trying to chase. So, yeah, absolutely. Like I said, Tigers took care of business last night. I expect them to do the same today. Take the Tigers on the money line, plus 114. Next spot, Phillies at Tigers. Tyler Phillips against Gavin Stone. As long as you keep giving me plus money with the Phillies, I'm going to keep taking it. Phillies, money line, plus 120 is the pick. I know that Phillips struggled in his last start, but I think he'll make the requisite adjustments. The Phillies really pulled away in the second half of last night's game. I got Schwarber hitting the ball off the top of the foul pole, and Mundo going Oppo Taco. I don't want to get in the way of this Phillies team right now. Dodgers are a fragmented team. There's no way around it. So I'm going to stick with the Phillies here on the money line at plus 120. So the last 8 games, to recap: Giants, minus 1.5. Orioles, money line. Brewers, money line. Cardinals, money line. Royals, money line. Rockies, plus 1.5. Tigers, money line. And wrap it up with the Phillies on the money line. Bases loaded here for the Guardians. A home run here wins the game and covers our 1.5. Let's go. Let's get right to it here, boys. Hit the ball out of the yard. Having fun with you guys. Take care. Much love. I'll speak with all of you tomorrow. Big slate tomorrow. A lot of day games, so I'll see you bright and early. Best of luck, everybody. Peace.